Okay, hi, I'm Seungjunan and this is the video about homework 1. Okay, now let's start it. So we're gonna going to solve the problem about the Among Us. And what is Among Us? It's a game of cooperation and betrayal, and more than 100 million people around the world have played it. And I want to find some property in the game, and because to play the game better. Okay, so before we solving the problem, I'm gonna going to introduce some information about Among Us. So there are crewmate and imposter. So crewmate, they must find the imposter and kick out because they are aliens dressed as a crewmate and they can kill all the crewmate. So now let's start it. Okay, here is the problem and I made it. So the problem says in the game when users play as a crewmate, they usually form groups. A group of one person G1 is 25% and a group of two people B2 is equal 35% and for a group of three people Y3 is 40%. And the probability of meeting an imposter and die, I set the PD is G1 is 40% and B2 is 30% and Y3 is 50%. So now the game has started and let's say someone met a imposter and died. At that time, A, then what is the probability that each of G1, G2, and G3 encounter an imposter and die? And B, which group is the most dangerous? So let's see. Probability. So here is the probability about from the key problem, and I organized here using the graph because it looks better. So we're gonna going to use this graph. Okay, the problem we should find the probability G1 given D. Okay, so we can use the base rule. So the equation is probability D given G1 multiply probability G1 over probability D. And then we don't know PD exactly, but we can write the PD like probability D given G1 multiply probability G1, and it means probability D intersection G1, and plus probability D given B2 multiply probability B2, and it means probability D intersection B2, and plus probability D given Y3 multiply probability Y3, and it means probability D intersection Y3. And if we sum all this value probability, the result is PD. Okay, so we know all the probability value. Look at the left graph I organized. So we can use this value and substitute all the values this equation, and the result is 0.377. Okay, so next is we're gonna find the probability B2 given D. So this property is we can use by base rule. So probability D given B2 multiply probability B2 over PD. Okay, so also we don't know PD exactly, so we can write the PD like here. Probability D given G1, probability B G1 plus da da da. So we know all the probability value using the left graph. So we can substitute all the value here. So this equation and the result is 0.33. Okay, the probability Y3 given D is equal by using the base rule. So probability D given Y3 multiply probability Y3 over probability D. Okay, so we can use this equation, the same like right equation, and we know all the probability value by using this left graph. So if we substitute all the value, the result is 0.18. Wow. Okay, so problem A. What is the probability that each of G1, B2, and Y3 encounter an imposter and die? Okay, so we solve the problem. The G1 is 37.7% die, and B2 is 33% die, and Y3 18% die. And which group is the most dangerous? So let's see. Okay, G1 is the most dangerous. So conclusion. Using the Bayes rule, the event can be estimated by observing the result. So, and the most dangerous group was G1, but B2 is also dangerous. And when playing Among Us, so it is safe to have a group of at least 3 people. So homework is end. Thank you.